back to your seats, please. Just a moment. Wow, excellent. So by signing that silent contract using your bodies, we're saying that we're strong enough, call it out, to do what?
Focus.
To focus, to control our bodies, cooperate, control our voices, and use our imaginations, right? So today we're going to use all those tools. I know that you've been working with Miss Miller. She's been doing a lot with you. In fact, Miss Schindler-Rivera, who's a good friend of mine, came in to videotape you, and she was like, you'll be so impressed with this class. You're doing arts integration all the time. So I think that's really awesome that you guys are continuing to do it when I'm not here. That's the point, that you are incorporating it into many different parts of your day. Did you have something to add, Anna?
Yes, Miss Miller's always giving us our focus gem and things.
Awesome. And you're finding that it's helpful? Yeah, sometimes to have that metaphor for your focus is really helpful, right? Awesome. So we're going to move forward today. I heard that you were learning about poetry. You guys were analyzing poetry, reading it, and things like that. So Miss Miller and I designed a lesson today that's going to take what you've been doing with statues and creating human statues a bit farther. So we're going to talk about the setting and the mood of poems today. And we're going to use a poem by Robert Frost, which is really cool. He's one of my favorite poets. You're going to be creating a living setting using the tools of your body, your imagination, your focus, and cooperation. And because this group is so on top of it, so advanced, we may get to assign a couple of lines of the poem to each person so that you can actually read your poem as your statue. He's really awesome, really super awesome. Yes, Lola?
Also, I noticed in the background that all the camel and the palm trees made out of people.
They're made out of people, right? So, do you notice that? Did you check that out? It's like a shadow puppet. So you have the body here. What are these? The palms are actually arms, right? It's pretty cool. So, in the theater, what do we call the setting of the theater that's actually built by people that work there, the staff that works as part of the theater set? Yes?
The stage.
The stage. And what can be a little more specific? Very good. That's part of it, Trey. Yes.
The setting.
The setting or the set, right? So there's people that have a special job. They're set designers, and they draw out the design of this set, and they talk to the director and the actors to make sure it's just right, to make sure that the set really reflects the mood of the piece they're going to perform, and it really reflects the location that they want the action of the show to take place in. So sometimes sets are built by people out of wood and clay and paper mache. Sometimes the actors come together and create the setting using their bodies. And so you're actually going to do that today, which is kind of cool. So we talked a little bit about what is setting, right? What is setting? Anybody? Where is it? What is it, Jojo? Where a story takes place or a poem takes place. What is a scene? What do you think?
A certain stage in, like, maybe in a movie, like, there's different scenes, like every chapter of the movie.
There's a different scene, right, in every chapter. I love how you use the word chapter because there's kind of scenes in books, right? It might be chapters. Also, scenes are usually when the setting changes, right? So one scene, you might be in an apartment building with your sister, and the next scene, you guys are out on the playground, right? The scene changes. So we're going to see if there's more than one setting or more than one scene in the poem, or if it's just all one. We already said, are there scenes in books? Yep, we said they're kind of like chapters, or it's any time the location changes place, there's a shift. As we said, actors sometimes play human characters, they sometimes play animal characters, they also play object characters. Today you're really going to be focusing on playing object characters, some famous object characters from Beauty and the Beast, right? The candlestick, the clock, right? So there's really just as important to learn how to play that. So here's an example of a set. What do you notice is on this set? Somebody new?
All the vines and
Vines. What's the focal point here of this set?
Looks like a tree.
It looks like a tree, right? And the tree might be made out of wood or piece of mache or clay. Bless you, Jen. So we also have a tree that's created from human bodies. They're dancers or actors. Can you also see the vines, right? What are the vines and the branches made out of? Arms, right? What are their hands representing? Leaves or fruit. What about their legs? What are they representing? Roots. The trunk or the roots. Excellent. So we're going to practice that. So let's find, by the time I count down to 1, find your own personal space where you're not touching a desk or another person. Ground your feet, come to a nice neutral position. There's space up here, there's space back there. Just make sure you're not too close to bookshelves. So come to that neutral position in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Frozen. Oh, quickly blow your nose. Okay, awesome. No, right there's perfect. You have space.
He's gonna go over to the sink real quick.
Oh, you have to do that as well. We gotta take care of ourselves, for sure. All right. I would like for you to imagine first in your mind a tree, your very own tree. It could be in any type of forest. It could be in a rainforest. It could be in a haunted forest. It could be in a tropical forest or a very dry forest. It could be winter in your forest. It could be spring in your forest. And I want you to turn yourself into that tree using your whole body. There's no right or wrong. Good. See if your hands can become leaves or fruits. What are you doing with your legs? How are you rooted into the earth?